Yeah, I will because the preparation. I want to make sure sort of detail. I want to sit at the other end. That's all. Glad you. I will need the names. I send the flyer, the draft. So if you have a band, So make sure everybody has a mic on. Minutes from last meeting. Was formatting.
Yes.
The city asked to be that format that I gave you before.
Okay.
So I copied it from Google Docs.
Yeah.
My computer has a problem with the font. So it's a long time to copy and paste there because it looks like I don't have the same font. They gave me a hard time. So if you can put it on like that's how we have to send it to the city.
Sure. I'll keep the draft in Google Docs just so it's shared with all of us. I thought it might be a good place to just keep that information central so anyone can look at it if necessary. But I'll copy it out of there and put it in the
Yeah.
other format too.
I will do that.
Cool.
So anybody want to motion to approve the minutes?
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes of February 24th, 2022.
Anybody for the? Okay. Pass. Present the Boy Scouts.
Yeah, that's,
Come to St. Patrick's. Right?
yes. And is that mic working if they need to speak?
If they need to speak, the mic will be in there. So let's go directly to St. Patrick's Day preparations. Jessinia, you have the alcohol license.
Yes. And I was informed in the city that now instead of 4, we can have 12. A year. Yeah, they moved it. So yeah, so we can literally have one a month or whatever, but yeah, 12 licenses. And they said that if we already have like set dates, we can take them all at one time and they'll give it to us for the dates. That way we don't have to go every time.
Oh.
So like, for example, if we would have had it for Earth Day or something, because she thought it was like,
to be in consideration is when you take a license, you have to pay taxes.
yes,
They give you that
yes, they
form.
gave me the form. And they said when we were done with
You have
sales.
to do it on time because
Yes.
the first time I did an event, the person that was responsible for the taxes didn't send it on time. When I went there, I had to beg them not to charge
waive.
us
Yeah, to waive them.
because it's like $150
Yeah,
penalty. So if we ask for many licenses and then we cancel for bad weather or anything, we have to put that there is a cancellation and we have to make sure we send that indicating there were no taxes in collections or anything. So it's everything on record. So that's the only thing. So we take 3 licenses and we use 2, the one that we don't use, it still had to be filled up that was 0.
Yeah.
So for the state, you
Right.
know, because it's very complicated.
Yeah, tomorrow I'll be taking the license to the city so they could have it on record. And then I'm gonna make sure that Isa gets the copy as well. I already sent it to him anyways,
To
but
me, I have it.
yeah, I didn't bring it. I left it at home. Oh, okay. Yeah,
Then I send it to the city,
City.
And to Isa
yeah, okay.
because I usually used to do the same.
Mm.
So you have a band?
Yes, so I was reaching out to different bands. I couldn't find a St. Patrick's theme band. I was looking for other bands, but because of the price, they were, 800, 700. So who was it that told? Oh, Isa. So I called Isa because George wanted me to call to make sure he knew for logistics and so forth. And so he mentioned to me in passing that there was a local band that had been wanting to, and I don't know if you've heard of them, but he's coming this evening. He's just running a little late. That he had wanted to participate. So apparently they have a big following on Instagram, on social media. And so he said that yes, that he would be interested in doing it, but the proposal was $500. And it was like they have all the, I forgot what it's called, but like the speakers and PN or PR or something. And it would be, I think, 2 or 3 acoustic players.
We have a MC, master of ceremonies.
Yeah, well, that's what I thought it was, but he said no, it was like the music equipment. And so he'll, I guess, present it more. But I told him the event was Irish themed St. Patrick's Day. I was kind of wanting a punk, Irish punk band. He said, well, we play, they're known for playing 80s music. So he said, well, U2 is Irish, so we can keep it to that theme. If there's any other songs you think of, we'll play. He's one of our neighbors, so I thought it, I understand that our budget when we had said it was 350, with everything that's going on or whatever. I mean, I found the 500 to be reasonable compared to the other ones that I was getting, and being that he is a resident of Biscayne Park. I even tried to persuade him to join because he is his actual job is social media or something. That's why I was like, oh, we definitely need you. And so he said, no, I'm really interested. He asked what we did on the board and stuff. And I told him, so he'll be coming here soon. I have to see if he sent I gave him our email address to send the proposal, but I don't think he sent it before the meeting.
So we had to approve
Yeah, for the 500, but I didn't know if you wanted to wait. We could table that for a little bit and then bring it up, or we can do it. It's up to you guys.
He's coming.
Yeah, he said he should be here no later than 7:20.
We can wait until.
Okay. Since the Boy Scouts are here, do you mind if we just discuss with
Boy
them?
Scouts are gonna cook. What are they gonna do?
Yeah, so the proposal that I provide to them was if they could do hamburgers, cheeseburgers, hot dogs, chips, soda, and water. So I don't know if, so I had asked just so, we could have like introduction, communication, just hindsight, clarity. My son, my younger one, is part of that troop, which is why, I had asked them to do it.
Do you
I-
guys bring your own tables? And a tent or something?
And then do we need to know the pricing or no?
What do you mean? How much they
Like,
sell?
right, like how much they're gonna charge? I didn't know if you needed it for the flyer.
No, I'm not gonna put price.
Okay, so I didn't know. Okay. Just, I don't know when you guys, maybe if you can do like a sign or something. Base, right. Yeah. So I didn't know. I just wanted to bring it up. I thought, if we keep it just to the basics, hamburgers, cheeseburgers, hot dogs, chips, soda, and water.
Have perhaps a veggie burger type option, some sort of, or veggie dog.
Well, excuse me. They're telling me if you can speak on the microphone. Just-
Oh, somebody's watching us?
Yes, this is being recorded.
Audience,
Okay.
thank you.
Who is it?
Shantae,
Hi, Chantel. We got,
is
what
it
did they say? The big bird is.
So yeah, I think to answer your question, we'd be happy to offer some sort of veggie, non-meat option, if it fancies the crowd, for sure.
Yeah.
Sure, we'd be happy to.
So I just wanted, I know we had spoken about it, you
How
know.
about the funds? You're gonna share funds with foundation?
I believe that was part of the agreement. So yes,
How you share?
I'm not sure because this was just proposed to us. Well, I mean, so I'm representing the troop, but because everybody else was either working or had a previous engagement, I just got home from work, which is why I look like this. We did discuss it at our last committee meeting. We did approve it because our kids are going to Wyoming this year for summer camp. So they need to raise as much funds as they can anyway. So even if we do have to share in the division of those funds, it's still going to help them get to Wyoming. So however you guys, I'm not sure how we want to go about dividing those funds, but we're totally open to it. And we're happy to, be included in this.
Yeah, I know we had the topic last time, but we didn't say specifically. And what I had mentioned to them was because it is our first time doing with them to see how much they made. And then when we would have the next meeting after the event, we can make the discussion of what the specific, like 10%, 20%. I know that. I don't know. For what I've seen at other events, that's usually what you charge is either 10 or 20% of net, sales. But being that it's the first one, I didn't know if you wanted to do 10. I also had mentioned to Brandy, who is the person that I know, that we do have Earth Day. I've kind of been selling this to everyone that I've talked to. Hey, we have this event and we also have Earth Day. So I had mentioned to them about Earth Day and they were interested in as well as doing that one. She says she thinks being it's the first time that it'd be a good idea not to take a cut, just to have them and then see how they do. And I agree. Because we're making money on the alcohol. Yeah, and I feel too because this one we have the alcohol, so we'll get money from that. Where on Earth Day we might not have alcohol. I don't know. But I would leave it. I did mention it to them though. I did speak about it. So it's up to you guys. I'll make a motion.
I'll move to, for this. Providing food.
I second it.
Unanimous then, yes? All right.
We appreciate that. Thank you.
Well, thank you for coming this evening. I appreciate you guys. I don't know if you know, my older son Andrew is actually an Eagle. So I've been a Scout's mom for a while, but I know there's some commissioners that were very excited to have a true presence in the
Okay,
city.
cool.
So we're excited. So anything you need, I know Brandy,
Yep.
don't hesitate to communicate and
Okay.
we'll be there. Thank you for taking the time to coming this evening.
No, you're welcome. Thank you.
And-
So I just had a quick question for you.
Yeah.
Is this considered, it looks an awful lot like an actual council meeting. Is it a council meeting?
No.
It looks like it, but it's not. We're just conducting it in that manner.
Well, we have the same rules.
Gotcha.
It's an official meeting. We are part of the city of Biscayne Park.
Okay.
We are a not-for-profit association.
Okay.
Registered. And so, because we are part of the city, we share the same rules.
Gotcha.
And I'll make sure.
We record it and the city clerk is in charge.
Okay.
And
So-
I'll make sure I'll send the information to Brandy, but her and I spoke. We fundraise for our city for anything that our city can't budget for. So
Uh-huh.
currently we're trying to fundraise to do some renovations in the park, our rec center.
Mhm.
Somewhere, so that's really where any fundraising that we do this go around is going for. But I'll make sure we'll send you guys some information just, for
Okay.
education and if the boys want to know what, they're participating.
So
in.
I only ask if this was an official council meeting because my son's working on a merit badge for Eagle. And one of the requirements is that he attend a council meeting of some
Right.
sort for government. So
But
we
I
figured-
think you can check because I know for Andrew, because we had to do a council meeting and we also did advisory meetings. I think this meeting does count. But we
Okay.
can check for the record and I can sign if you need
Okay.
for me to initial. Yeah, I think it does count because we had one
Yeah,
boy.
They're sticklers for the rules, so,
Right.
you know, it's
Yeah.
fine.
So you
okay,
can tell Brandy, I'll see her on Wednesday if she needs me to initial.
Okay. All right.
Well, congratulations on your first meeting. Does he need the agenda? I think if it's gonna count, he needs the agenda.
We actually have it. She
You
sent
ha-
it to
I
us.
sent it,
Yeah,
perfect.
so it's
Okay.
in digital format.
So what scout troop is? What
Oh,
is it called?
A scout troop where there's a Cub Scout group for the younger kids, first through fifth grades, and then the older boys, 6 through 12. It's troop 1305.
So the one that is gonna show up is 305?
1305.
1305.
There is a 305
Right, right. Don't
associated with
confuse us.
St. Rose. And they're wonderful people too. They're just not 1305.
You guys beat them when I sent it out. You
Well.
replied before them.
There you go. Early bird.
Thank you once again for
You're welcome.
coming.
Thank you.
So much for coming.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks for what you're doing.
So they are gonna sell hamburgers.
Cheeseburgers, hamburgers, veggie burgers, hot dogs, veggie hot dogs, chips, soda, and water.
Good call.
For the flag and traffic scout troop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true. Yeah, Scout 1305, and she's gonna send me the logo if you want to add on. We have a logo that you can just. And
Band is here?
yes, it's here. We can speak in
On silent.
silence.
Hi, everybody. How are you? My name is Renee. I've been living in Biscayne Park since 1999, more or less. And since then, I've been playing I basically play in the same band that I was in with the guitar player since we were 13. And right now, we get together. We play. We just finished playing an event for the city of Coral Gables. We play private parties. We play at some of the local establishments in Miami. And Jesse told me that you guys wanted to change things up a little bit. And I was so, what do you need to know from me?
Kind of did you play? I mean,
We're-
we
we're-
got a little introduction.
Oh, so we're like an 80s tribute band. So we do a lot of 80s music. I know that it's St. Patrick's Day, so we'll do a little more U2 than usual. They're a big Irish band. We do that.
How many members? of the band?
My band is, we're gonna do it acoustic, so I'm just gonna get probably a guitar player and a drummer. And like not really a drummer, more like a percussionist. So it'll be like 3 people. And we'll bring a PA in order to project the
Yeah,
music.
all the equipment.
Exactly.
What we provide is the stage,
Just the riser, yes.
it's outdoors, in
Mhm.
the open field.
No, I've come to all your parties, so.
Oh, you have?
Yes.
Okay. That's how.
Like I've lived here since '99. You never asked me to come play.
You see? No, not necessarily. She told me that it was nice that it's somebody from the park that did it, so I just wanted to.
What is the
And I've
name of
known-
the band?
The name of the band is Mad World. It's actually Mad World Orchestra. We named ourselves after a Tears for Fears song.
Man of War?
Mad World.
Can you spell it? Because I'm
Mundo
the,
Loco.
oh,
Mad World.
oh man, world.
You guys don't know that song?
Oh, son, Tears for Fears. Come on.
Yeah.
No, I would have to hear it. That's how bad I
You
am.
know it.
Yeah.
Yeah, once you hear it, you'll know it. It's like a classic 80s,
I like Adam.
thing.
Lamb's rendition.
Yes, you did a great one.
Okay, and
So the,
we are gonna.
were you able to send the proposal before the meeting?
No,
Okay.
I've been driving around all day, but I promised today I'll send the proposal to you. You want me to just articulate it here real
Yeah.
quick?
Yeah.
All right, so it'll be a 3-man band. We'll bring the PA. We'll allow the DJ to also go through the PA, so that way they don't need to have to bring that equipment. And we'll play 2 sets of music. It's gonna be acoustic, and we're gonna charge $500.
We usually do a 2-hour show with a 15-minute intermission.
Mm-hmm. You want it to be that long?
Well, usually it's what we do is
Right.
like we are gonna
And that's why I have the
declare
DJ.
the sunsets
can-
at 7:30. I put temporarily 7.
Okay.
I don't know if everybody agrees with 7.
I had in the minutes from the last meeting that the event would start at 6 with music starting at 7.
The music starts half an hour after because when the sunset, right?
Well, it'll be post,
Time change.
yeah, it'll be post daylight savings, so it's probably not gonna get dark until 7:30, 8 o'clock.
Because we looked at the time
Daylight
changes.
savings
sun-
is, yeah, is this weekend.
So, yeah, the sunset's 7:30
Mm.
on March.
We do,
I check it out on Google.
The Google
what do
knows
we-
everything.
So,
would your 2 sets normally cover that long
we
of a?
start setting
Yeah,
up.
what I was thinking that maybe if, what I find is that longer sets, especially in that sort of setting, people get kind of trail off
Right.
a bit. So what I would rather do, I would rather make 3 sets and kind of like just come in, do like maybe 30 minutes, take a 15-minute break, do another 30 minutes. You know, DJ plays a little longer. The
Yeah.
band gets a little more appreciation because people don't get tired of sitting there listening to music that some people don't know, right?
Mm.
Yeah.
And kind of like break it up and make it more family, I guess, in that sense. You know, make it it'll feel a little more unplanned. You know, and in the sense of, you know, people will come up and kind of play and it'll be more enjoyable, I think, that way.
Sounds reasonable to me.
One of you usually talk with the audience or.
This is gonna, well, it all depends on the audience, right? Like in some shows we play at rock clubs and it's very interactive, and then some shows we play at festivals and no one talks. So it all depends on what the audience like. If there's anything in particular you want me to communicate while I'm
Just
there,
to
then-
announce things or introduce.
Well, yeah, but if anything, I don't have a problem doing it like I did it last time.
Yeah.
And like, I'll get some basic information, but if
Mhm.
like you guys want the mic,
I don't mind however
Yeah.
you want to do it. you
yeah,
know,
because
so-
I want everyone to kind of get to know you guys. I look forward
Okay.
to, once I found out you guys are local and stuff,
Mhm.
you know, I think one of our other big events hopefully will be 4th of July. So it's one of
Nice.
those, you know, that I want to, you know, fill you
That's phenomenal.
out, see how we do. And
Also about the weather, if there is a rain, we don't pay.
Okay.
Okay, so if there is a cancellation because of weather,
Understood.
we are gonna have an agreement signed.
Mhm.
We put that there is no.
That's fine. Like I said, I'm from here. I'm not, would have been a band from outside, they would say no, but I'm from
Right.
here.
no, and I appreciate
don't
that.
have the
Right.
funds, I mean.
No, I understand.
So do we need to make a vote?
So you wanna make a proposal for $500 to raise?
Okay, so 500 is the budget. Around the same time, so the time, I just want to be clear, we're around 7 to 9-ish. Doesn't have to be exact, but I guess that would be the
Yeah.
time we're looking at, right? Okay. All right, yes, okay, so I'll move for that $500 budget and 7 to 9 for our Mad World.
Everybody for?
Aye.
Cool.
Whoop, whoop.
Thank you for
Yes, I know.
taking the
Thank you for
time.
asking, and I'm
Retained.
so excited about it. It's gonna be-
And
And my
If-
daughter's excited too. She's gonna bring all of her friends to come.
awesome.
It's good.
And if you guys have a Instagram or Facebook,
At 80s by Mad World,
so I put at,
80s by Mad World. And we have an Instagram and a website and a Facebook page. You can check out the stuff we do. There's a lot of video people take and then they post it.
awesome. Well, we
So that
will.
way you guys have a chance to fire me before the gig. In case something really bad shows up there.
Uh, um,
Just going on his representations.
Right?
we'll have the flyer, right?
Yeah.
By, so then that way, if you want to circulate,
You're Saying,
Cool.
how you might want me to put that? You play music?
I have a logo.
you have a logo?
I
Okay,
have a logo.
he
I'll
can
send
just
that
give us the
to you
logo.
guys, and you guys can use that.
Perfect. He'll give us the logo.
I have a logo and, you know, we got, I don't know, a few hundred people on Facebook, a few hundred people on Instagram. I could post it on there too and get people to come out. And I play at Luna Star quite a bit, which is that little, have you been there? It's a little acoustic venue that's on 125th, and I want to say it's right in front of Cafe La Creme, Cafe Creme.
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah.
And they do like local music there. They bring
Yeah.
like national acts for acoustic shows, things like that. So I play
Okay.
there quite a bit.
Oh, okay.
So,
Yeah.
but you have a logo, but in the logo says what type of music you play?
No, the logo just has our name.
Okay.
But I'll go
Tell
ahead
me
and send you a
the
description.
type of
and
music so I can put it in
yeah,
a flyer.
absolutely.
What is it?
St. Patrick's U2. I mean, U2 band, U2.
Here we go.
Classic 80s.
Classic
Yeah,
80s,
yeah.
including
I'll
U2.
alternative MTV 80s. Because we do the more, I guess, eccentric stuff. You know, we do
Alternative.
yeah,
Say
alternative,
pop.
M-
You said like
alternative
80s pop,
MTV
like
80s.
we're gonna get aha, you know?
Yeah.
Awesome.
I'm excited.
80s music. Okay, I put it like that in the flyer. I'm gonna send you a flyer if you
Mhm.
give me an email or whatever.
Well, he's gonna email the proposal. I gave him our email
I will
address,
email the proposal. I'll email it with the
The
logo,
logo.
so you can add that to the flyer.
and then you
And if
can
need
reply.
some help designing the flyer, I do digital marketing, so I can help design the flyer for you. And so just send me all the information if you want, and I can pull it together.
You have our email.
Hmm?
You have
The
our-
info.
Jesse's email?
Oh, did I send you the info at?
No, but I
Okay,
can
I'll
get
send it to you.
Right.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
and I told Jesse, whatever help you need as far as digital wise, as far as your website, social media, and all that stuff, I'll be more than happy to help out.
Cool.
Good.
Have your own company for that? Or
Yeah, it's called Data Do.
like send us like samples? or, like,
I'll send you a link where one part of it, well, I work with a political agency a lot of times. So right now, well, two I can't announce yet, but because of the new thing, but I'm working with a political advocacy group in Pennsylvania. I work with Nikki Fried for quite a bit. Nicholas, what's his name? Nicholas Duran, who's a state representative here, things like that. And then I work with a lot of local businesses here. And Dr.
Cool.
Damas Wellness, who else? Simple Solutions, just, you know, mostly, actually, they're very local, like I'm from El Portal and Miami Shores.
Well, I'm glad we got to meet you and looking
Yeah.
forward to seeing the band perform.
Cool.
Thank you.
And just,
Andrew, you want to connect with him? There he is.
Awesome.
So, yeah. So
Cool.
Andrew, if you guys want, you can talk outside.
Okay. So what else? Do we have any food trucks?
Yeah, all right. So that's a good segue. So I was in touch with those two, Cucina Bambina and Shea Grill. Gina at Cucina Bambina confirmed that she's available for the day and the time, said she will be there. I did not ask the other one, Shea Grill, yet because I wanted to see how things with the scouts went. I don't want to I know the last couple of times we've had issues with people with lines and availability of food, but on the other, the other hand, I don't want to oversaturate and then have the food trucks be upset that they're not making enough. So I know it's very hard for us to come up with an idea of how many people we're going to have. But it seems like we're going to have a good turnout.
If the Boy Scouts are selling hamburgers, Czech Grill is mostly
Like that's kind of similar. So maybe,
how about the Kona Ice?
So I did speak to the
so since we have the scouts coming and I'm sure there's going to be plenty of burgers and hot dogs and other things like that, maybe we just go with one food truck and maybe Kona Ice is like a dessert alternative right now. Because if we get a ton of people for this one and then we see going forward, we're going to have a lot more people, then we can call up the second truck. But I think maybe for now, maybe just one in addition to the scouts. is enough.
I think the last.
I don't remember how many we had at the last one.
But I know this one's gonna be. I think,
Yeah.
right? Well, been at the St. Patrick's. Have you
Yeah.
Always done one or two.
Two is good. The Boy Scouts is like one food truck already.
Yeah.
I think is the Cucina Bambina will be more complementary that the grill because almost the same.
And is she?
She didn't say, I could ask her. I've been emailing with her all day. So I can see what she, yeah. Yeah, right. We did green eggs, green eggs for, we did that for the, St. There, what Dr. Sue's birthday at the kids' school. Yeah, I'll ask her, I'll see what she can do, but I'll tell the other truck for now that, we're giving the Boy Scouts a chance to come in and make some money for their troops, so we'll keep it in mind. Yeah. It's a grill, so I think, is that what yeah.
It's Argentinian based
Yeah.
meals and sandwiches and all that. But they have other stuff. Sometimes it's fish and chicken. Not just- So we don't need to vote for that because
Yeah. I'll be sure to let the second truck know.
tracks on the flyer. And alcohol. You are gonna bring the alcohol or no?
But now I have a question. Is the license just beer and wine?
Just beer and wine.
Just
Only
beer
beer
and
and
wine?
wine. Yeah, it's a
And so, like,
different
margarita?
for liquor is a completely different license.
Yeah.
It's gonna have that. It's only beer and wine. And wine usually we do red and white. People
know my
drink
wine.
more.
I know my wines. I know how to pick wines. I've made
Yeah,
a second.
women
career out of it.
usually will take the ladies like more the white, but some order the red. So the guys always order red or beer. Or both. So, or you can do either.
Use my judgment.
And if you wanna have some beer that is Irish, usually in hotel, if you wanna do that.
I'll check around.
So just to follow up on my neighbor, he cannot sell to us. It has to be a standing restaurant or a standing, so he
So
tried to get an exemption.
we wanna put a budget for the alcohol to buy.
What do you guys do?
In the past, I usually buy the alcohol and we can sell.
How much did you purchase?
what
Like,
I
how much
was
did you
doing.
spend on-
But how much did you purchase?
Usually, I will purchase like 4 or 6 bottles of red. The one that is like 8 regular bottles, not the double bottle, the liter and a half. Usually, I purchase
But
6
how
of
much
red
money
and
would you
4 of
spend?
white.
So
So it
what's,
will be like 8 and
so what was the budget, like the total budget?
a total wine, the wine that I was buying, Pinot Noir, I could buy for like $10, liter and a half. Will be $60 plus $40 in white, $100, and then I will buy beer for about $150, so $250 to $300 wine and beer.
And because I'm just gonna say it, I know prices have been up, so I would say to add,
Yeah, I don't know how
Spend
much
more on
the
dinner.
prices are right
Yeah.
now.
Dinner out.
so I would say, I don't know, budget 400 or 500, I don't know. I just know prices are like,
Yeah,
A
I'm
lot.
telling you the amount of alcohol that I buy, not the price, because like
Yeah.
you said, it's different.
right now.
So
I'll search for the best price and I'll keep it around 300 to 400 of the foundation's money. And if I feel I need to supplement, I'll.
But I think, I mean, being that it's I feel our first alcohol event post-COVID, I think it's kind of like whatever you spend, you just inform us, because if things are changing, then we have to budget.
I'll give
going
you guys
forward.
an
I don't
idea
want you to
of
put money out,
I'll-
we have to budget.
Yeah, I'll report back with all the prices
Yeah.
that
Perfect.
I won't overspend.
One of the things I did want to mention, because I know we're only 4 members, I know we've had events and we've had people that have been interested. Do we know of anybody that's interested? I know the stuff is out. I
The
think
city has been, you mean for what?
like, because for example, in this event, I think we need volunteers. I mean, I don't think we're not going to be able, I mean, are you going to be at the event? No, right? So
I'm
it's
not gonna be able to, I go early to set up,
set up.
I help with all that. but,
Jonathan, are you going to be there?
I'll be there.
So, okay, so Joe, so I know, like, I'll make sure by that time I'll be fine. I've already
I
figured
have
it out.
3
I'll be good.
coolers, I can purchase ice.
Ice,
and
okay.
Fill it up, and
Well, do we need coolers? Because they're gonna be selling chips and they're gonna be selling water and soda. Oh, you mean for
for the
the
beer,
beer? Okay,
Yeah.
sorry, I was thinking.
and the white
Water.
wine, you need coolers with
Yeah.
ice.
Okay, so the only reason I say it is because, as you mentioned, I think we need 2 people to man the
at the
alcohol.
table, all the
And,
time.
you know, and I know that, so I spoke to Isa, and Isa also, kind of mentioned he wanted to know how many people does he really need to have there, because they're on budget too. They have, they're getting ready also for Easter event. So, I just want to see, I don't know how it works with volunteers. I know you said we can have volunteers, but being that we're selling alcohol, there's money involved.
Well, somebody, volunteer got to be somebody that you trust.
Mhm.
So in the past, my wife usually volunteered to be at the table, and she would stay there all night. And somebody else, some other neighbor or friend of a neighbor will come and stay at the table. So the person that organized like you are, you're gonna be around, so
Right.
you're not gonna be able to sit at the table.
Well, we had
One
already
that
discussed in
Jill
the
will
last
be able
meeting.
to.
Yeah, at the last meeting we discussed it would be Jill. And but I would like for her to have someone else, because I just have a feeling with the vibe that I've gotten from people from Miami Shores, El Portal, everyone's looking forward to having something. And I think this is gonna be an event where we're gonna have a good substantial amount of people, and they're all gonna want the alcohol. So, so that's why I wanted to clarify. I don't know about the volunteers, to see if, do you know of
You
any,
got to ask friends or neighbors.
yeah, do you know any previous members of the foundation that maybe we can reach out to that come to mind that you think?
The- well, There's a, most the recent ones they moved. Everybody like
Mhm.
Rafael, Marie.
Which one's should we maybe reach out to the elderly gentleman? I forgot his name, that was part of, like, he would sit in the meeting.
Fred Jonas,
Fred. Sorry, I forgot his name.
It's a table.
Okay, I mean, I don't mind reaching out to him. I don't feel comfortable just getting a neighbor. I feel, I don't know. And also I really feel this time, that's why with the MC, I do want to push on us trying to get more people on the foundation. Because I think, we're bare bones right now.
Yeah, the city's been trying to do that so far with.
So, do we need to set aside budget, how we had talked about for decorations? I think we had said like what, how much give or take, $150, you think? I would like to propose $150 budget for decorations, just add on. We talked about, I don't know if you've been to parties. I went and they have tons of St. Patrick, like they have beads and stuff. I spoke to Isa. Um, he said he thought, okay, so I spoke to him about Great Waste. We had talked about maybe inviting Great Waste to come and raffle something, but they're doing the Easter egg hunt. So he asked for us not to ask them and to consider it maybe for Earth Day. Because they're going to be using them for the Easter egg hunt and they don't kind of wear them out. So I said, okay, that's the idea, but I am inviting Great Waste to the event. Just because I think they need to have presence there. I did mention to him, we do need police. I think they're gonna have one, he said one public work. Is that what usually you guys use? One employee?
Public Works usually brings.
Yeah, because he told me one. He said one employee, a public police presence. He wanted to make sure about the alcohol when I bring it to the city to talk to the chief of police so he knows um, that we are going to be selling alcohol and legally. And so what he said was for the children, um, he agreed we should probably have something for them. Um, However, we went back and forth and he thought for the first event, because there is alcohol and he's not sure if a lot of people are going to bring their kids.
It's not like little
Um,
kids.
Yeah, so he said, what they've done in the past, he recommended for us is just to put some tables with St. Patrick's theme things for them to color and crayons. And then that keeps them busy and then they always end up in the park. So he said between the park, and then he also mentioned because of the band, if we have like a bounce house or something, the noise of that would
Yeah.
offset the band and it would just take away from the event. So he recommended for us, he said, we'll have Public Works put like 4 or 5 tables out there and we'll just throw um the decorations. And then that's when it came to mind. I thought, oh, when I saw the bees, what's this place? At Party City, I thought maybe we could do like a little packet or something where they could
They make great, like, in a micro, they have awesome little kits for kids to do that.
right. So like if we can put, little kids because of COVID or whatever, just for them to kind of have and they can just get down to that. And so that he said he thought that was the best thing to do. I had asked him about maybe putting in a movie going on inside, but he says that they're not allowed to show anything indoors. Everything has to be indoors. So I said, okay, fine. Let's just stick to the tables. Um, and that's what he said for the children. So I'm excited. I'm glad we have the flyer. So now we can put the flyer out and get the word out.
Had to put all this.
Yeah.
Then I can send it.
I also reached out to some vendors, but ironically, as I was talking to them about this event and everybody wants Earth because it's during the day. They said it was better, it gave them more time to plan. So I kind of thought that. I didn't see anybody emailed us about wanting to be interested to be a vendor, so I thought I'll just leave it at that and we can focus on Earth to do that because I know that's something we talked about. I think we're good.
For the license, we sell whatever we sell. We also have a donation.
But yeah,
Yeah, so we had to separate
what is donation money and
what is donation and sales because the
Yeah.
sales will pay taxes, but not the donation. So we had to figure out a way to,
to have it separate.
yeah.
Mhm. And then, Jill, did well, I don't know, I guess, because I didn't look at the treasury report. Did anybody zeal us successfully? Did you see any zeal?
I did.
activity? You did?
My wife did.
Oh, so nobody from Valens?
It's the $50 that my wife sent.
I'm gonna get it to work that
Okay.
day.
Okay.
We
So-
need to set up the square thing, so it's a, for sure.
So we can use it for that time. Okay.
I know it's set up, but I mean, we have to like get it on someone's device. I mean, I guess I can put it on my iPad, but my iPad doesn't work unless it's charged in. Plugged in. But anyway, like we just need to figure that out. Like,
Okay. If anything, I might have an extra phone that we could use.
I can just use my
Well, but then we need to communicate. So I prefer to have like a spare phone.
yeah, if we have a spare phone going.
Yeah, my son's phone. We could. So that's. I think we're done with that. We can move on to the
All right.
next item.
So we go to 7B. Jill is proposing a discussion of revamping the website.
We had talked about it before, and we had kind of agreed-ish to look at website building websites where we can all kind of participate in logging in and changing something rather than one person holding the lock and the key, I guess, to the website, just so we could all participate. I just wonder, I mean, we kind of talked about, I don't want to have a big discussion, but I wondered if it would be okay if we could maybe take a vote if I have some free time ever in my life, if I could just sign us up, like not sign us up, but create like a just to try it out. Go into one of those sites and just pick one of their templates and just kind of like throw something together and bring it back to you guys to show. Not spending foundation money or anything, but since I would, I guess, use the info at Biscayne Park. I don't know how it would work. Would it be okay if I created or played around with a sample website in one of those places? Like I wouldn't publish it, but just to play with it and maybe show some different options and then look at the cost and present that at a different meeting. Would that be okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's
Good
okay.
idea.
And I think also when I was talking to him, just to get a proposal for him too, to get a feel for him.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I think when I spoke to him, he was like really, I was trying to get him to join the board, but then I thought, well, maybe he's better off being a vendor. And
So I
so,
want to get to know like what we are and what we do first.
Yeah.
He doesn't know anything about it.
and he apparently knows a lot about that stuff. So maybe,
Yeah.
I think there's not a problem with, working with him on getting a proposal and then working on it, just looking at it on our own. I know, like, I think we
But you
talked
guys don't-
about Wix.
We had Wix, and I think you mentioned one, I think that you
Right,
used in the past.
Iona.
Yes, that's right.
But so there's no opposition to me not publishing anything,
Right, just
not
present.
spending foundation money on anything, but perhaps like just playing around with it in my free time. And if I come up with something, then I can present it to you guys. I don't know. I feel weird like creating something like that and not talking about not talking about it, even though it's not to be published and I'm not using foundation money.
Gotta test it out before we know if it'll work, so.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Kind of play with it and see if it's something that could be useful to us or if I'm just like, just let's let George maintain his way, depending on the cost and whatever. That's all I wanted to know about that for today.
Do we need to do a vote? 'Cause I vote that it's okay for Jill to present to the board. What would that be called?
Example.
A sample website,
from Wix.
either from Wix or Ionis.
Second, cool,
Aye.
very good.
And then the last thing, is it okay? Is it okay if I set up an Amazon account for the foundation's info at org? Because then if I set up the Amazon account, I'll share the login. We can have any number of different lists of items that would be helpful to any, in the future, if we're planning a party, we could even put stuff that we need and see if someone could donate it. We could promote it in different ways. If anything, just feel like an organized way to put out like these are the things we need, how much they cost. If you want to buy it for us, just click right there.
I love the idea.
So I'll look. If the rest of the board
Okay.
agrees.
Do we need to create a vote?
Sure. I'll move for Jill to set up the Amazon account for the board or for the foundation.
I second it.
All votes. Very good. Cool. Well, I think next Saturday is gonna be a lot of fun.
Yes,
I know, I'm excited.
7C, have we completed the setup for Square or?
Yeah, I think all we needed to do is do a test run next week when we put it into somebody's phone and we'll try it, make sure it works. But I think other than that, the account's established. We have everything we need and we have the credentials. So
So for the event will be probably ready.
Yeah, the only thing I think we need to work on is the Zell.
The what?
Zell, because we tried to do it at the at the Valentine's Day and it wasn't working.
Yes, it was.
No,
Tell you, I did before. If info at the Park Foundation was-
we had 3 people there that were trying to make a donation and it wasn't working. So I don't know what we did wrong. Maybe at the event you, or maybe we can spend some time figuring it out. It didn't work. When we were there.
I can show you. Log my account, Zelle, my account.
I know how
Look
to use
for
Zelle.
email.
Ours wasn't working. We'll look at it together.
Maybe it's because it's on the contact. That info is so high. that it was-
No, I mean, they tried
But
to
I done
add,
it with businesses that didn't have a contact too.
yeah,
And
no,
it
they were doing it, but it wasn't working. I don't know. But I think it's a great way,
But I did it before the event.
right? I don't know.
I sent
Maybe
the
it was
money
just
for the event
technical
to make sure it worked.
Yeah, because I just want to make sure if we can like make like a little flyer or something. Because we're gonna have the square, but we'll have the jar, but if, which is what happens over there.
Signs from the Valentine's Day event that has the
Okay,
Zelle
perfect.
information. Like I put
Yeah.
in like a picture for.
Right.
and I put it on the
And I think, that because people were just like, oh, and they, they wanted to make the donation.
We can try it again when we're setting up the square and try and troubleshoot when we're
Right.
there, I guess.
exactly, and we're there to try to make sure it works.
I mean, I.
So when would be our next meeting?
So
Because
next minute, March.
I think there was a typo.
Was we?
I looked and I said, okay. Because I know that there were certain months that were different.
Bill was talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
When we voted. So, because I know that they had like different dates for certain, is April one of those months that was
I'm
contentious?
looking at it now. I'm in my calendar.
April 12th, I think. This is the email from
The
the
regular
clerk.
commission meeting is Tuesday, the 5th. We're not on the
We are
calendar.
supposed to be in April 12th.
Yeah, that's what I have. April 12th.
But we're not.
I will email.
April 12th at the same time.
And so, do we need to discuss anything for Earth Day before then? Do we think we'll have enough?
What were we looking at? April 22nd?
The 20th.
For Earth Day, the most important thing, if you wanna. Farmers
Would love to. I don't know if
Well, just so you know, I've been shopping around. So I think I have been talking to Barry University and there's someone in Sunny Isles. They just wanted particular dates. So can we confirm that April 23rd is gonna be the date?
Saturday.
It's Saturday.
And then usually what time do we do it around?
during the day
Mhm.
from 10 to 2.
From 10. Okay. And then, so we would talk about, I just wanted to do like a quick list. Like we did kind of last time, kind of unknown. So we have farmer's market. You talked about some recycling stuff, right?
Yeah, we can call it electronics. Thing we did 1 year is document shredding. That costs money.
Really?
That costs like $600 or $700. We didn't pay for that.
Who did?
Waste Pro paid for that.
So we'll talk to them at the St. Patrick's after they've had.
So I'm on the Friends of Enchanted Forest group. last meeting, a woman named Mary Benton from Miami Shores, who is president of this nonprofit called Bound by Beauty, and their whole thing is butterflies and encouraging native plants for butterflies, and especially native plants that don't require much maintenance. And we were talking about how we had made these butterfly gardens over here, but there's like nobody is assigned to maintain them. Like you're there and they're nice, but it's hard to build like some beautiful butterfly garden without having that to like constantly feed it,
Right.
prune it, water it, like take care of it. So this Bound by Beauty group shows people how to identify specific needs, and we tell people now that they are things that attract native quality butterflies and vegetation. So there's around these and educational stuff, and she's super interested in working with the Biscayne Park. She's been talking to ecology board together with the Parks and Parkways in Barbara Pool and Nancy from Bound by Beauty. We could probably
Right, like a workshop.
workshop,
Shop.
informational,
And
kids,
they could do kids, exactly.
and she has wonderful materials. Like they've
Perfect.
been as long established.
The only information to relate to them, because I didn't even think about this, is these 8 o'clock. So, is that it might have to be outside, because
Yes.
that's one of the things Lisa told me. He's like, I haven't gotten clearance from the city. We can use indoors. So like, I'm assuming that hopefully by then we'll be indoors, but just in case, plan for outside. But I think that'd be good. To have, yeah. And then,
Yeah.
like you said, work with the other boards.
Yes, together with the other boards. And my other idea is that for kids to decorate their own little I can't think what they're called right now. And then plant like a little seed in it of some sort of flower or something.
And then depend.
Another is, another we did for kids society is what social
Mhm. So bird houses. Yeah.
tables.
Awesome.
Yeah. Okay, so we have the farmer's market, recycles, I'm gonna get the bikes to fundraise, to raffle. We can reach out to vendors. Like I said, I know I have 3 that were really interested. The shredding, Bounce by Beauty. I'm assuming we'll do the same thing like food trucks, maybe Kona Ice, the Scouts. Did you have to do something?
If you had a farmer's market,
Oh, okay. Okay. But I thought they saw, well, okay, what I understood was just like, okay. And then stuff like that, yeah, and the fruits and. Mhm. Yeah, so, yeah,
I'm so sorry. I have to run, guys.
okay.
But you can still have quorum, right? So
I don't-
It's just, I think, yeah.
yeah.
Just discussing. Yeah. So is there anything else from the list?
I think so.
Okay, so I think we're good.
I didn't mean to cut you off.
No.
No, that's okay.
Talk about Earth Day, but
Yeah, no, it's okay. I just wanted to make sure we're not missing anything,
So
so.
we can adjourn the meeting.
And-
8:02.
Yeah, and I'm gonna make sure I tell Isa, April 23rd, so we can start.
Yeah.
It's okay, and we're looking 10 to 2.
Yeah.
Perfect. I'm excited. Now, with the farmer's market, we're gonna try.